Hi Libra, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Let's get the cards activated into the Libra energy. This reading could be for Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. And this reading is for Libra. I will be representing Libra. Cross watchers, you're welcome to be here, but just know that I will be representing Libra in this reading. Okay. Let's get into this energy, Libra. Let's get into this energy. One more shuffle. One more shuffle. There we go. All right, let's see what's here for Libra. King of Swords. What is this? We have Strength, Chariot, and the Three of Cups. Interesting. But out on the table is the King of Swords. We have the Knight of Rods. Ooh, gosh. And we have the Five of Rods with the Nine of Rods clarifying. The High Priestess in reverse. And the Page of Rods. Interesting energy, Libra, for the month. Let's go ahead and dig right in. We have the King of Swords here. So you're stepping in the month in a masculine air energy. So there's something here you're working on, probably connected in with your future. And there's probably a decision that's coming up for you or something that you've decided to do. It is overall a good thing. It's overall the thing that's going to help you the most as you move into the future. And it has, with the King of Swords, it has probably taken a little bit of time for you to find a way through this. This has to do with strategy, has to do with clear thinking, investigation, seeing the whole truth of a situation, and then making a decision based on that. And there's probably some pros and cons here. There's probably some, with the King of Swords, it had to have been something that was worth the time of thinking about it, right? It was something that was worth your time and thinking about it. And there's probably some pros and cons here. And that's why you needed that masculine energy. Not that the feminine is very, in the air energy, the very clear thinking, very observant kind of energy. The King of Swords is a little bit more, it's a masculine energy, so it's not as emotional as it's more logical, it's a masculine energy. So for Libra, you guys are. Tell me more about this King of Swords. Tell me more about this. What does the King of Swords have to say? What does your King of Swords have to say? Because there's something that's being released here, something that's being said, something that's being done, something that's being released. So what does the King of Swords have to say? What does your King of Swords have to say? Two of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, something about work, something about Queen of Cups. Okay, so this for many of you, this has to do with work. It's something that you and only you can do. It has a very refined, that's what it's coming forward earlier, and I didn't really understand it. Very refined skill that you have, or you're working on refining a skill. This really is, okay, do I do this first or that? Like, how do I put this all together? And I think that you could have had two different options, right? You could have chosen one over the other. Now, it's going to be very logical. And I do think that there is a journey here ahead. I do think there's a journey here ahead. The question is, what's going to be most helpful for you in the long run? What's going to be the most nourishing? What's going to fill your cup? And we have to remember what fills our cup. What in life fills our cup? Yes, money does. And I do think this has something to do with money. It has something to do with a future career or something that you're doing connected in with money. We can't ignore that this is, these are pentacles here. We can't ignore that it's connected in with the earthly plane, with betterment in life, with focus on abundant earning, abundance. But we're also talking about here the beings in our life, the live ones in our life, those our family members, our children, what nourishes us, and it connects in with the emotions in a very high level kind of way. And I think that you are thinking about, how is my future going to be? How are people around me going to accept this? How am I going to connect in with the world around me? And somehow that is here to fill the cup. And this is a very Libra kind of energy, connects in to the air, into the greater good of things, is what's coming forward. Now, as you're moving forward, the first part of the month, you are in the High Priestess in reverse. So there are some things that you're doing here that could be a little surprising to people, could be a little surprising to yourself. I do think that the control that you've had over what you've said and how you've been moving forward, I think some of that control is lessening now. You're a little bit more flexible in the words that you say and the actions that you take. And I think this time that you've spent here with the High Priestess energy, that High Priestess energy is kind of taking a back seat now as your King of Swords makes a move forward. You've spent time connecting in, you've spent time learning about this, you've really done your work here, and now the High Priestess can take a step back, she can rest, and as you're moving forward, now the information comes out, now the picture is clear, and you can move forward in a much more, there's like a jovial sense here, more jovial energy. And here's the Knight of Wands. A Knight of Wands can be like a little bit more of a jovial energy. So I do think, Libra, that you are moving forward. I think that you are moving forward with something that's very exciting for you. You're doing it. The time is now. It is going to be something that moves forward, and you're just doing it, right? I think the planning is over. The learning is over. The direction is set, and sometime you do move forward with something that is exciting for you. I think that you are pretty exuberant about it. Your energy is contagious. I do think that you're going to be at a good place. The energy is going to be at a good place for you to kind of step into this, because the King of Swords likes to think about it. He likes to think about it before he does it. That's the King of Swords kind of energy. So there is something that's happening here. I would say in the middle part of the month, as we move into the month, maybe the second week or the third week, where you're just jumping into something. You're ready, the time is now, and you have this dynamic energy about you. As you're moving into the second part of the month, you're in the frequency of the Page of Rods. I mean, I think you can start to, you're starting to see how this is going to play out. And I think that is exciting for you. The Page of Rods is a lighter energy. It's a younger energy. So I do think that you're saying here, like, I'm at the beginning of this journey. And I think you're being really realistic about what you're expecting. It's an energy of, okay, my horizons are opening up. There are new options here in front of me, and I'm excited about where this is going. I don't really know where I'm going, because the Page of Rods is a very early energy. It's early in the trip. It's early in the path. It's early in the adventure, right? And when we're on an adventure, especially on an adventure with the Knight of Wands, we don't know how it's going to go, but we're excited about it. And we know that there's new opportunities, right? That's the energy that we have here. Now, as you're moving out of the month, we do have you in the Five of Wands with the Nine of Rods. There's something here that you're encountering as you're ending the month. Maybe there could be like some technology issues, or there could be there could be, let's say you're putting something out on YouTube. Maybe there could be something that you took a snip of music and you put it in, and maybe that music wasn't allowed by YouTube or something. I'm just saying a Five of Wands is like something that comes up that you might not have been expecting, where it kind of delays things. It can create a little bit of complexity. It's nothing to chase you off. You're still there. It's just part of the journey. But I do feel like there could even be competition here. There could be some competition in this journey, but it doesn't scare you. Know why you're there. You know why you're doing it. And I think that you are kind of noticing this. You're aware of this. And I'm almost thinking that this Five of Wands is something that's happening around you. I'm not necessarily sure that you yourself are experiencing the Five of Wands, because I feel like this Nine of Rods is more your energy, Libra. I feel like there's something here. I'm going to go into this Five of Wands and see what's connected into it, because I feel like this is more your energy. And this is the card we saw first, and then there's like there's something happening that you're watching. You're not very happy about it. Let's go into the Five of Wands. Tell me more about this Five of Wands. Six, there is, okay. We have the Six of Swords here with the Ace of Rods. It's almost feeling like somebody else or somebody around you is coming towards you with an idea. Gosh, when you get in this kind of manifestation energy, you just can never be sure what is going to happen down the road. But it feels like to me that somebody is coming towards you with an idea or something that they're doing. Now, why are you in the Nine of Rods? Well, it's like it's at conflict with what you're doing, not necessarily bad. It's just different than what you were doing. It's almost like you started out on something new, got your feet planted, got settled in that new energy, and right as you started to feel like horizons were expanding and this was great and I'm excited about what I'm doing, it's like there's something else that comes towards you and creates an interruption or interrupts your flow. Now it's a Six of Swords with the Ace of Rods. It is a good energy. It is something that I think is going to be appealing to you, but it comes in quickly and it could be connected into this Knight of Wands. For some of you, this Knight of Wands is exactly what's bringing in some sort of almost like an alternate offer, another option. And the way you're looking at it is, I'm not sure if I have the energy for that. I'm not sure if I can do that. I'm not sure if that's really what my life is going to be about. It's very interesting. This Five of Wands is actually, for many of you, something quite alluring. And it could be very exciting. And it comes with the Six of Swords. So there has been some planning here. Some work has already been done on this. It is being brought to you in an effort. Somebody is in is moving forward with something that they have a considerable amount of confidence in. They've planned it. They have understanding. It's carried them forward into a more peaceful place. And there's a new exciting opportunity here. I feel it's connecting into Libra, and that's coming in at the end of the month. Some of you could be starting something new, making a decision, starting something new with a project that you have. And lo and behold, it's like there is an option number 2 that's brought in quite quickly. I don't know why I had to say that 2 times, but there might even be like somebody who's asking you twice. Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to do this? Are you sure you're not interested in this? You're looking at it like an interference or you're wondering if it could be something like slightly manipulative, because you're here with the Nine of Rods. Look, you've encountered a lot in the past couple of years, I would have to say, and I think a lot of people have been like this. There is a lack of trust. I mean, we have learned to trust ourselves, haven't we? We've really learned to trust ourselves and to trust what we know and to trust the guidance that we connect in with. And it's like there is a little bit of a surprise here at the end of the month. Something exciting is coming towards you. It could have something to do with travel, because it is connected to the Ace of Rods. But you're here in this place, like saying, I'm not sure if this connects in with my life path. I'm not sure if it connects in with my morals. I'm not sure. But it does have the Ace of Rods. So, wow. Let's go into this Ace of Rods and see if we can get a little bit more information here. Page of Pentacles. It could even come with an offer of money. It could come with some sort of increased income. There could be a little commission that comes with it. There could be an offer, like, do you want to, here I have a proposal for you. Would you like to look at it? That could be a Page of Pentacles too. Nine of Swords. Gosh, it's going to be something that's really going to, you're going to be thinking about it for sure. For sure, you're going to be 2 nines. The harder nines too. The harder nines, the harder 9 energies. Well, I mean, I think this group of Libra, you know, before you jump on board something, I think that you are going to take a long, hard look at it, because you've had a King of Swords here. You've made a decision. You've had clarity. But then again, you do have this 2 of Pentacles here. So there is a flexibility within as well. Sometimes our spirit guides set us up for these things. And we just don't have any idea about it until it happens. I'm going to pull another card here. 3 of Pentacles, something to work on. It's in an early stage. It's in an early stage, but then again, it connects into, it's gosh, for so many of you, this is work. For so many of you, this is connecting into work, to an occupation, or to a hobby, or something that connects into a skill and a talent that you have. It might come with a difficult personality. Let's get a different deck here and go in and say, who's connected in with this? Who is connected in with this? Who is connected in with this? Tower. Damn, there is a potential change here. 6 of Cups. Connected into family or a soulmate or a family occupation. Why is a Tower here? Could really bring a change in. Could be very fast. It's the Sun energy. This could be something that your family would really like. This could be something that could change a lot of things up for you. And here you are, like, well, would this fit into my, does this fit me? Does this fit me? Is it what my family wants, or is it what I want? I don't know. There is, it's like you were just on a path. You've got it figured out, and now there's something here that has a lot of potency. It's connected to success. It's connected to healing. It's connected to certain kind of wealth with the Sun. We have the 6 of Cups. It could really bring healing. It could be very much connected to your homeland, to your family, to the land, to the roots of who you are, but it comes in with a Tower. Why is a Tower here? I'm just going to keep going down this rabbit hole. Why is a Tower here? 10 of Swords. It's going to bring an ending. It's going to bring some sort of an ending. 10 of Swords. Well, you're in the 9 of Rods. I mean, life has not been easy. Life has not been easy, but it's just started to get better. It's just started to get better. You've just connected into this clarity, a plan of what you're doing. You could have told people already you're doing something. High Priestess in reverse. You could have told someone you're doing something, and you could have said it in a way that's like very, like Knight of Wands energy. In fact, you could be in like a vortex of the Knight of Wands, which is fast movement, excitement, moving ahead. Right? And you're in that energy. It's almost like once you're in that energy, Spirit's going to, or the universe is going to start dropping things towards you. How about this? How about this? You're like, wait, I'm already doing something. I already have it figured out. King of Swords. And the universe is like, oh, you're in a great energy. How about this? How about this? So this new opportunity that comes in, it's like comes in out of the blue. It could create quite a dynamic change for you, but it is connected to the Sun, and it does bring a lot of beautiful relief. So yeah, there are, it feels like for Libra, there could be 2 opportunities for you this month. One you've already kind of, settled into or decided to settle into, and then you could have another one that's, boom, here it is. Wow. Could be connected into family. or to a soulmate, or to a best friend. It could be something that really draws people together. It could be a great surprise. It could come with some very dynamic information. It's interesting that you have the Tower and the Sun together with the Ten of Swords. Man, that's why you have this Nine of Swords here. Because this is something that has a certain appeal for you. Yeah, Spirit just showed me, I said it has a certain appeal for you, and Spirit just showed me a banana peel. See, that's my team. They're funny with words, but then it's also kind of interesting because it is going to cause you to kind of slip. Because it's going to be something that you... it's going to be something that causes you to kind of... It's something that you're going to slide into. It's something that you're going to slide into, and you're in this great energy. Your mind is quite expansive at this time. You're in a good place. But again, it's something that you feel could be. It's like, why does it have to happen now? Why couldn't this have happened 5 months ago? Why couldn't it have happened 5 months ago? It's like you're leery of it. That's how we are when we go through hard things. Like, that's the Queen of Swords. That's your feminine energy. I feel like this is your feminine energy. This Nine of Rods. It's like you've already connected in with the masculine. The masculine has decided. And now there is an option, I think, that's probably okay for the masculine. But the feminine inside you is saying, wait a second, I feel odd about this. There's like some inner complaints. Why didn't it happen before? Why now? Why so fast? What's the hurry? It's just that kind of an energy. Let's look at money. Let's look at money. Money for the Libra consciousness, Lover's energy. There could be some sort of money being made in connection with another person. You could be working with another person or a group of people where you get together in a very short amount of time. You can make some money. That's what I'm feeling like. There could be like something that you're doing that requires like a very concerted effort for a very intense amount of time, where you're coming together very intensely to work on a project or something that you'll separate again after that. That's what it feels like. Connected into money. It has an energy of like a dynamic quality, some sort of dynamic quality around it. Let's see what else comes out from money. We have strength energy. There could be a certain amount of worry around this, but I think it's also about working with another person or another group of people and how we blend in. It's like we can't take control, but we can do what we can do. And then for the rest of it, we're okay with letting other people do things. That's sort of the Lover's energy, being a team. The Lover's energy comes in and it bonds, and then I feel like it'll break away again. Not that the relationships will be, it's just like a group of people. Okay, are we ready? Okay, we have 2 days to do this. Let's go. And it's somewhat hard. It can be somewhat hard. Ten of Swords. I think ultimately you could be doing some planning for the future here. And I think deep inside, whatever you're doing financially, it's like I don't think you're going to be doing this anymore. There's something here that you're doing differently than you've done before. There could be like a little bit more of a team energy here, which we know with the Lovers. But then again, I feel like with the Hermit and the Ten of Swords, it's like deep down you might be thinking, okay, in the future it's got to be different than this. In the future it has to be different. I'm wondering if this is kind of entangles you in a financial obligation or something. Lover's energy can do that to us. It can be quite influential. We can get pulled into things with the Lover's energy. That's why it always comes with a reminder to make careful decisions, because we can get caught up. We can really get caught up. We can get caught up with another person, or we can get caught up with another excitement. We can get caught up in that energy. I think you're aware of that. You're staying very careful. And then inside, it's like, okay, this is the last time or something. It's like, it's from now on, it's going to be different. This might be, it's like, you might be kind of manipulated into doing something or paying for something or sharing your wealth in some way where you're saying, well, from now on, I think I'm going to try to do it in a different way. Possibly. Let's look at romantic love this month. Let's look at romantic love this month. Romantic love. Romantic love for Libra. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords energy. She's in a neutral place. Queen of Cups. Star energy. When it comes to romantic love, here you are, Libra, and I feel like you are recognizing that nothing really needs to be said right now. Nothing really needs to be said. I think you're understanding the situation, and maybe there's even something that you contributed to, because the Queen of Swords, like, I'm just with the body language stuff that I know and different things like that. It's the way she's looking down. She's looking at that sword. You could be thinking about something that you're going to say. You could be even thinking like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have said it that way. It's like you're analyzing the sword. That's what it looks like to me. And I know behaviors and things like that. So that's what it feels like to me, that you're kind of analyzing the words, analyzing the thoughts, but I don't feel like you're saying anything right now. Whatever it is, like you're okay with the problem. You're okay with how it is right now. Yeah. And then we have the Queen of Cups. So there could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here, but also this is really you're really focusing on the self. So lots of times the Queen of Swords is someone who can see the problems out there, see the problems out there in the world, because the Queen of Swords has been through quite a lot. And whatever is happening out there right now, whatever is going on, where you would be like a feisty contributor to the betterment of the good, or you would be in some journey to help or to bring change in some way, or to advocate for something, like, you have a dynamic advocate within you. It feels like this is more about your own comfort, your own finances, the activities that help you to feel loved and to be nourished, not only self-nourishment, but the nourishment of others around you. Connecting in to the heart space, right? Connecting into the heart space. And the Queen of Swords, her heart can be moved by trauma and by hardship and by the strength and the willpower of people in the world. And it can also be nourished and it can be brought to life, the heart of the Queen of Swords, by the people around her. And it feels like to me there's something here about the deep heart connections and how those connections can help fill the soul. It feels like it's like you're connecting, instead of being out in like focus, instead of your eyes and your heart being connected to the more of the world energy, you are connecting into what feels like a deeper part of you, which would be connected to family, connected to a financial security with the Queen of Cups, connections with loved ones around you, something like that. Because you are now learning about filling your cup in a new way. It's almost like you've moved into a new awareness or something. Well, you do have the masculine King of Swords here. Now you have the Queen of Swords. So that's why we have the King of Swords, that logic, that rationale, knowing what's best. It's a masculine energy. It's and your feminine is more in the Queen of Cups. That's where your feminine energy is. You do have the Star though, so you're in. You could have revealed something about yourself. People do know you. The people that are closest to you, they are gaining knowledge about you. They're learning about you, and they're learning about you in a very real way. And when we come forward in our real selves, sometimes it takes a little while for people to be okay with that, because when we move into the star energy, our true self is revealed, right? And those things that we did before that maybe hid how we felt, or hid our true goals, or we could have hid our religion. We could have, there's lots of things that we can brush over or hide, or because as we're moving into the star, and before we get into the star position, we can really be influenced by others. We can change our interests because of others. We can be manipulated by others. When we're in the star energy, we know what our truth is, and sometimes it takes a little while for people to be okay with that. So romantically, it feels like whatever's happening with your partner, or with in your romantic pursuits, I do feel like that edginess that the Queen of Swords can have, that I'm hearing that devout sense of caretaking in a Queen of Swords way, that really has softened, and you're looking at, okay, as I move forward, what's going to help me to feel secure? What's going to help me to feel loved? And really that comes down to self-love. And self-love, from what I've been learning, and that's just my opinion, but sometimes it really is connected to doing those hard things, like taking good care of our car so that we don't have a flat tire when we're driving on the freeway, right? And making sure that we have enough time to stop at the grocery store to get healthy food, and things like that. That is the Queen of Cups energy. And so I think that you're in a very honest place, because you do have the King of Swords. You're in a very honest place with things. And I think that you are really taking time to make sure that the decisions you make, the actions that you take, really do help to fill your cup, whether that's your financial cup, whether that's your love cup. It all connects into this one, I'm hearing chalice. It's very interesting. And you are in a real truthful place. So it's very interesting. It might be hard to explain. And maybe that's why the Queen of Swords is in a very quiet place. It might be hard to explain. How does, if you have a partner, so some of you might be, doing some soul searching, or kind of changing your interest in maybe the type of people that you're connected to. Some of you might be in a single. You guys might be single. If you have partners, how do your partners feel about this? How do the Libra partners feel about this? 8 of Rods, 8 of Cups. 8 of Rods, 8 of Cups, 8 energies. In love, there could be really people making some changes, and these changes could come quite quickly. And I do feel like this is connecting into love in a different way. It's connecting into love in a different way. There could be people really changing how they connect in with each other. There could be people really changing their strategies of dating, social mingling. I mean, there has been a period of emptiness here, right? There has been a period of really not paying attention, or really not being interested, or maybe, and like I said before, there is when we level up, and I think so many of us have leveled up, we've really gained new awarenesses. We have a new sense of self. We understand each other better. We understand ourselves better. When we do that, we really do kind of move away. It's like there's been a bunch of people here who have been in the hermit. There are a bunch of people here who have been in the hermit energy. And in that energy, they have realized some very important things about themselves. And it's like when this dating or the interest in dating comes in again, there's going to be a new sense of honesty. I mean, but there is excitement here too. So I feel like there could be people that are starting like online dating. I don't. There's new interest, but there's also like a lack. There's also like a new clarity about what Libra is interested in. Those are like opposite energies. Gosh, that's so interesting. There's definitely some people here who have reached a new space in their own emotional healing and in their life. They have found a new sense of happiness. They found a new sense of togetherness. And it does come from a very simple state of being. And with the Four of Pentacles, I mean, it looks like there are priorities here that you're being very careful of. You know what your priorities are. And you want to make sure that as you're moving forward, you don't have to give up on any of those things. Right? And I think even financially, you're being very wary financially. Ten of Cups, like you already have within yourself this peaceful happiness is what it feels like to me. You don't need all those things that you used to find interesting. It's like there could be even new interests here. There could be even new interests. There could be travel here. There could be new adventure. There could be new friends. You could be interested in completely different people than you used to be. Ten of Cups. I mean, there's a newfound sense of happiness here. And I don't even know if it's newfound. You have the star energy with the Queen of Cups. With the King of Swords, I think this is something that you've just slowly, it feels like with the King of Swords energy, with the High Priestess in reverse, it's something that you've kind of slowly gained over time. And these things that you've gained over time, this happiness, this state of being, it's something that you're holding on to quite tightly. While you're fine with your own dreams and goals, you have made a few changes in what you're interested in. And it's very interesting. How will, for this group of people that are moving through like a transformation in the dating process or in the interest in certain dating, how will this move forward? How will this, I feel like this is just a small group of you, to be honest with you. I'm not sure why I'm connecting into this small group, but I think sometimes these people, these kind of people that go through emotional changes like this and emotional strengthening and have a new emotional intelligence, it does require like a change in social connections somehow. How will this move forward for this group? I'm not sure if I'm going to connect into this small group into the future. So I want to kind of see, like, for the rest of the year for this group of Libras, I feel like you guys, most of you could be single, the ones I'm looking at. How will dating and romantic pursuits be for the rest of the year? Let's look at the rest of the year for this group, because I really am curious. I have some cards in this deck that are not in this deck. Curious about how this is going to go for you guys. Yeah, and the cards don't even really want this. This is a new energy. You guys are, there's a group of you that are connecting into a new energy around social connections, dating. It's like a new energy. It's like Spirit's showing me, like, at one point we're all kind of together. We were all kind of together, intermingling, and then we all separated. And as we were all separated, we went through our own little personal journeys. And when we do that, when we come out on the other side, we do feel different about ourselves and about who we're interested in. And it is my belief that many of us have started to incorporate the shadow of ourselves into our public personalities. And then with that star energy there, we are in our much more authentic selves, which then we begin to realize what we truly like and what we don't like. How will the rest of the year be for this group of Libra people when it comes to dating? Four of Pentacles. Carefulness. Why is my card? I just noticed like everything's tilted for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I jostled my camera or something. Four of Pentacles. Carefulness. Holding things close to your chest. Priorities on priorities. Queen of Pentacles. Does it make financial sense? How do I feel financially? Does it fit into my agenda? Does it fit into my schedule? How will it affect me tomorrow if I go out on a date tonight? Will I be feeling okay tomorrow? I have so much work to do. I'm excited about my future. The Queen of Pentacles, it feels like this Queen of Pentacles energy is like a Queen of Pentacles. She's very good about being practical and logical. King of Rods. So there's Kings of Rods here. Is this group of Libra people attracted to the King of Rods energy, which is this fiery, dynamic, go-getter personality, King of Rods? Dang, let's go into this King of Rods, because this might be a type of masculine that this group of feminines could be attracted to in the future. What will this King of Rods energy like about Libra? What will this King of Rods energy like about Libra? Let's go ahead and shuffle, because I want to get into this King of Rods energy. Are you guys in? I'm wondering if this group of Libras are connecting in to a certain kind of, because these Kings of